What's up, everybody? It's Welsh, it's Frank, and we are here with Tampa Bay Rays, Carson Williams, one of the big studs out here in the AFL. Actually, one of the craziest things I was thinking about was when you were here, when you got announced to be here, you're actually like the top prospect according to Baseball America. Well, kind of a weird feeling is that when you are anointed as the top guy? I mean, you had Vlad Jr., Ronald Acuna, big years. Mm-hmm. You're the guy that got right out there. There's a lot of like kind of extra pressure, but I feel like you can handle it.
It's an honor. It's an honor for everything. Everything coming my way, I just kind of, every day is a day to get better. You know?
Yeah. The experience in the Arizona Fall League, playing with a lot of great players, what have you pulled out of that? Because you've had a really interesting year, too. Lower levels, we had some higher strikeout rates. You dropped them when you caught up. So, like, you've shown so much maturity and a lot of advancement, and you're getting to put that on display here. Have you taken the regular season into the Arizona Fall League?
Absolutely. I think our manager Mo says it best. This is all practice. Every single day is practice in the minor leagues and including the AFL. Like, right now, there's ups and downs. The AFL, it's been kicking my butt a little bit, you know? It's how it works. But then you have good games, you have bad games, and it's all just practice and to make it up to the big leagues.
Well, I was going to ask you, and Frank's got some here too. I was going to ask, like, how unimportant are the stats? I talked to Victor Scott and Reggie Crawford a little bit ago, and you don't want to be dismissive of like anything that you do, but how unconcerned are you about what you're actually putting up on the stat sheet here versus the proper things that you're accomplishing? And
No. I'm not really worried about that stuff right now. It's just about getting at bats. I'm in a unique position where I'm young and I'm going to be in the higher levels next year. So as many at-bats as I can get against this premium pitching is awesome for me.
Yeah, and there really has been.
Speaking of which, the premium pitching, anyone that stands out, like who's the toughest pitcher you've faced out here?
I actually haven't faced Tiedemann, but everyone in our locker room says he's the guy. He's the guy.
Him and Job, too. I was talking with Reggie Crawford. Job was working on a new cutter out here. That's kind of a hard experience. You know, Reggie Crawford actually had this to say. He said, you get these scouting reports on some of these guys, but then you might have guys out here that are working on completely new stuff. And how do you even like work through that?
There's hitters that make their plan based off that stuff, and they sit on pitches and stuff, and that makes it a lot harder out here for some guys. And then also there's guys that kind of go up there, hit, do their thing. It's different for everybody.
Yeah. So we're talking about pitchers that are working on new things. Anything in particular that you're focused on working on while you're out here?
Yeah, just staying through the ball right now. Started this whole thing off and kind of have been pulling off the ball a lot here. So just really trying to stay through the ball and make good swing decisions.
Is that about the strikeouts? Is that about minimizing that? Because it gets overplayed. Strikeouts get overplayed quite a bit. But
the strikeouts for me at this point, they of course they matter, and you want to keep them down as much as you can, but that's not what I'm interested in right now. I'm trying to find ways to hit the ball hard, put it in play, and that'll take care of itself.
So we've had this interesting thing we've been doing with my friend Enos Harris at The Athletic. We've been going through. There's a lot of voices that are out there. You've got your own coaches with the Rays. You've got AFL coaches, parents, friends, college, teammate, high school. You got all these people. How do you quiet the voices or maybe find a focus point on what you need to do? Because there are so many people that are telling you what you need to do.
Yeah, keep your circle small for anybody out there who goes through all this stuff. Keep your circle small and respect everybody's opinion. It doesn't mean you have to go by it, but just respect them, listen, and do your own thing.
But like in that same respect, do you have to trust in what you've learned through this process to get you to those next steps? That's what's
Absolutely.
really important.
Yeah, you need to. It's all about trusting the process. I mean, for me, the process is it's hard, it's long, and I'm just gonna keep going at it.
Obviously, you're getting closer to the majors. How cool is it to see someone that you played with, right, like in a Junior Caminero, make it to the majors at this point?
Yeah, that's my guy. That is my guy. I go to him for offense, and he comes to me for defense. So I love that kid to death. He deserves it all. He's probably one of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Oh, my gosh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, have you had this moment where you're like, oh, my God, he's there. You could be there, like, really, really soon. You're a young player. You're very smart. You acknowledge, like, where you're at in that. But to see him progress, like, you two could be playing with each other in, like, 6 months.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal. I mean, I think next year we're going to work on the things I need to work on with the swing. I'm going to keep my defense solid, and we're going to see where I can get up to.
On Caminero, I wanted to ask, what's the advanced scouting report? What's your idea, like, playing with Caminero? What can you tell us about him?
About him, brings a lot of energy. Kid's electric. He's the best bat I've ever seen in my entire life. And for any pitchers going against him, don't miss. don't miss, because it's going to go really far.
Last two things, as far as this season just went, who's the toughest pitcher that comes to mind? First pitcher that comes to mind where you're just like, oh my
gosh.
God.
There's too many. There's too many.
Well, because you also went AAA, AA. You had a lot of interesting experience. It could be here, too.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I'm not great with names.
I want to say my guy Logan Workman. I was telling him, by the way.
Well, that's my team.
I know, but you got to place him here. He's 96
nasty.
just all the time.
Yeah,
I think people need to
his changeup is his best pitch.
Yeah.
And it's not fun.
No, and he's got 96 command all the time. He's a crazy, crazy talent.
Very, very good.
Last one is just 2024 goals. Obviously there's stay healthy, there's improve on some of the simple logistics, but are there any like hardcore statistical goals or anything that you really want to accomplish?
No, just want to become a better hitter, better defender, better person, better athlete, all together.
Season 1, Chapter 5, Fortnite.
Oh, gosh.
What do we do? What's the gun?
The gun? Oh, gosh.
What's the loadout? That's what's important
it's just
here.
simple AR and a pump, and that's all you need.
Okay, pump, AR, that's the loadout. Okay, well, it's OG
I'll be in
Fortnite.
retail in 30 minutes.
OG Fortnite is back, and Carson Williams, we appreciate
sweet.
you.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Guys.
Thanks so much for your time, man.